So I started off by dropping in the CPU. All you gotta do is raise the retention arm, drop it in, lock it back down. Then went in the RAM, 2 sticks lined up with the notches. There is a certain orientation you have to put them in. Just make sure you seat them fully and you hear that click when you lock them down. Next up is the M2 drive. It's super tiny and doesn't line up with the default standoffs. So after I finished the build, I 3D printed a little bracket to secure it in place after the build was done. Next, I popped the IO shield into the back of the case and dropped the board in by mounting it to the standoffs. I tightened it all down and it's secure now. Then came the front panel connectors, the power switch, HD audio, and the USB connector. One thing to note, this board doesn't support the case's USB-C front port, so that's not actually functional in this build. But you do still get a working USB-A on the front. You could easily get a USB add-in card and add that functionality if you really wanted it. But for this build, I'm looking to keep a low cost and high performance ratio. Next, I installed the Hellhound 6650 XT, lined it up with the PCIe lane, added the power connector, and fastened it to the case. So later on, I found some white cable extensions I had lying around, and I added those to give the build a little more visual pop. Then I mounted the pump block onto the CPU and plugged the pump into the CPU fan header. Now, I guess I somehow forgot to hit record when I mounted the AIO radiator to the front, but the radiator with the fans are kind of a tight fit in the H510 Elite, so it wasn't lining up well. I ended up repurposing the stock AIO fans as the rear and top exhaust instead. I think it worked out pretty well. It looks pretty nice and the thing stays cool when it's running. After that, I consolidated all the RGB into the NZXT controller and tidied up the case wiring a little bit, then closed it up. Visually, I think it gives off a nice high-end aesthetic, so I'm pretty happy with it.